Hi, I'm John White, and with me today is Virginia Podmanic, and Virginia is a master gardener here in Doña County. And Virginia, you brought some plant problems here.
I do. I have a branch of a Russian olive which had Gumosis about 2 years. Then it had, I think, from Southwest injury, but it hasn't really recovered. And I don't know if I'm at the point where I should cut down the tree or try and keep it going for another couple years.
Okay. As you know, Virginia, Russian olives aren't one of my favorite trees because they are relatively short-lived, have a lot of problems with them, at least here in the southern part of the state. You did mention this had Gumosis, a bacterial disease on it. The leaves are showing some chlorotic conditions, so there is something interfering either with nutrient uptake, water uptake. You know, if the soil is kind of a poor soil, the nutrient imbalance could be induced by that. So I would look at how it's being fertilized, maybe try and add a little bit of micronutrient type fertilizer. It has iron and zinc and manganese in it, and see if you can't clear up some of the problems with it. Is
there any danger of the bacteria getting to other plants that are around?
The bacteria can be spread a lot of times more by pruning tools and physical movement, but again, birds, insects could move it also, but usually it's more host specific to either Russian olive or members of the Prunus family.
Okay.
So watch for that.
What
else do we have?
Well, a neighbor gave me some tomatoes that are mottled green and yellow, and they shrivel up hard, and it starts quite young.
Okay. We got a couple different things going on here, but they are virus related. I think these two are actually two different viruses that are hitting the tomato. One causes more of a warty-like growth on the surface of the tomato. The skin's fairly leathery and tough, yet very, very bumpy. And this one here, very smooth skinned, and still it's pretty soft on the outside, but you can see all the little yellow marks on it. And again, that's probably a viral infection brought on by some kind of insect feeding. So can be aphids, leafhoppers, whiteflies, all those are potential vectors for carrying different viruses. So we have a tobacco mosaic virus resistant tomato variety. So when you're looking at tomato varieties, and you can buy the ones that have the VFN-T, the T is the tobacco mosaic resistant. So that's one step in just helping reduce some of the virus symptoms. So I'd look for that when I'm buying tomato varieties.
Okay. Would the virus is going to be in the soil? Or
no, these are insect induced, so they're brought in by the plant. I mean by the insect, either injected into the fruit or possibly into the leaves of the plant, but it's probably something that's going to be with it for a little bit.
Okay, good enough.
What else do we have?
Well, I've noticed a lot of the new growth in my yard is pale yellow on the rose, honeysuckle, wisteria, and
like a plum.
that's the almond leaf. Okay. The trees and the bushes themselves were fine, dark green. This is, like I say, all the new growth. I was thinking that it was a micronutrient, but my concern was that it was on everything in all different parts of the garden.
Yeah. It looks very much like iron deficiency. You have the green veins with the yellow in between. You mentioned you were in a sandy soil, and so there's not a whole lot of nutrient holding capacity there in the sand. So it could be just where for some reason it's needing more iron and it's just not available to the plant. So I would probably try and treat a lot of this with a iron containing product, and you can put it on as a foliar spray where it's sprayed on, taken in through the leaves, and you should get a pretty good greening within a week or so.
Would you spray at the same rate that you'd put it on the soil?
No, it'll be at a different rate, and it'll be on the label there, so
you
can mix it according to directions and then get sprayed on.
I have this little cactus garden, And I was just wondering how do we take care of these little things as far as watering them and sun and soil and...
Okay. Cactus gardens are fairly popular. Um, Again, since they are cacti and do store water within the plant, they don't need a whole lot of water, so the chance of overwatering them, of course, is great. So we like to have a pot that allows water to move through freely, make sure it has good drainage. We want our soil mix to be light enough that the water does move through it and doesn't hold it for a long period of time.
Are these signs of sunburn or water problems? Can you tell?
That is a sign of the way the plant is shriveling up. It looks like a lack of water type of symptom. And again, kind of digging around the base of it and checking to see if the soil has good moisture in it. If the roots are still live, they might be able to pick up moisture and kind of rehydrate themselves again. But it does look like it, may have gotten a little bit dry.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Thanks.
Virginia, thank you very much for bringing the samples today.